gentlemen, welcome back to Hump Day with Hollywood, hey, at Delaware Park
Yeah.
on this Wednesday. Our good friend Private Ross checking in to say good morning. Good morning, Private Ross. How are you? Delaware Park race one. He likes the one. Good for you. Think we might see eye to eye on that one. Shoot some California sunshine in cloudy Detroit. Yes, indeed. He could use some of that. Terry's best bet did hit yesterday at Parks. And Delaware Park race 2. Private Ross getting ahead. Indeed. What race today shall we wait for your best bet today, Mr. Terry?
Yeah, it's in the fifth race today. So yeah.
We might have a little head-to-head duel action on that race. I just did it for fun, just so I can annoy Terry for sure. That was my intention. Hello, Tayfon from Turkey. How are you? As I mentioned yesterday, we do have a new feature. If you like the show, Tayfon, and you like what we're doing, and anybody else, we have a link to a tip jar in our description on YouTube, and wherever you find us, kindly use that to say hi. You love us. Thank you, Tayfon. Well, you can hit that tip jar and show us how much you love Terry's best bets of the day. Man, one of those days yesterday where horse racing, Terry, you're just a head away or a neck away from having a huge day. Like yesterday, if the 3 of the 6 wins the 7th race, I had that first-time starter. And then in that race, I had a trifecta where I went with my 4 horses over the 3 horses over all. And normally I put the all in the middle because all 3 can't finish second or third. And the 8 horse just got off to a little bit of that 50-cent try paid like $800, man.
Yeah.
Crazy. Wish I would have had that. Yeah. I hope somebody went the other way and put the all in the middle, but so be it. In any case, that's a big lesson too on first-time horses that are making that maiden special weight drop on the second career start. Look like crap on paper, but man, they have a good shot to take care of business. Speaking of taking care of business, it's always in your best interest to take care of business and maximize the opportunities on free stuff. Free picks today, guaranteed tip sheet for Delaware Park in Ohio, I believe. So it used to be River Downs or something. I don't know how they changed these names around, but nonetheless, there's a link for that in the description below. Maybe over on the website after the show. Some errors in the code. I'll get them hopefully corrected tomorrow. Maybe Terry will be able to post our picks there. Maybe not. I don't know. There's some issues there. We'll find out. But if he does, can head on over there and take advantage of that. If not, HRT gear right there. Hit on that. And come on over here and get some horse racing today gear like a great number 5 hat that Terry's sporting. A couple different ways to support the show. If I want to be a guest in boredom in Turkey, please guest at your hotel. It's my hotel. We did look up that hotel. And I have a friend over there right now in Turkey. We should send him over to you, and you can give him first-rate 5-star accommodations, Tayfon. We'd appreciate that. All right. Race number 1 at Delaware Park for the first time in 2025. Terry, what is the conditions for the opener for you and I, our debuts in Delaware?
Well, it's a 1 mile race, and it's a claiming race, $5,000 claiming price, $16,000 purse for 3-year-olds and upward, which have not won a race since November 21st, 2024, or we've never won 4 races.
Yeah, so you're going to make one complete trip around the track. They're going to do this for the first 2 races in a row. At first, the races were supposed to be on turf. They got moved off at the very end there, so kind of throwing a little bit of a fly in our ointment to get the show started. But nonetheless, on the dirt track, early speed wins 32% of the time. The horse that has the lead will keep the lead all the way around the track, so win wire-to-wire style. The rail for Indulge is fair. 2 and 3 get a bonus. 4 through 7 are almost fair. 8 and out get a discount. We do 1,000 simulations. This is our smart sheets. There is a link in the description to the smart sheets along with a explanation on how to use them. Terry, speed on the inside can do well. It looks like we have a qualifier.
That's right. That 2 horses got pretty much speed compared to the rest of them, although all of them have some kind of speed.
Yes, indeed. If you're looking to see a race shape, the 2 has speed. Everybody else over here wants to close. Those front runners, Terry, especially if they have a pretty good early pace advantage, as the 2 does, has a great chance. The 2 also looks like it has a great chance today to run a race that fits its winning style.
Yeah, it's over 92%, and we like to see it over 50% for the C zones. And there's 2 other horses that meet that criteria, the 6 and the 8.
Yes, the C-zone, we take the early pace, we match it up to the horse's best performances and see how likely today's race will look a lot like when the horses won, or if they didn't win, their best finishes. Speaking of finishes, Terry, we have 3 of them that have races where their final speed figure finished at or above the par speed figure of 81. Which horses today have the best chance to do it again?
Well, it appears to me that the 1, 2, 6, and 8 all show they have a chance, especially that one horse, to equal or exceed the par speed number for today's race.
Yeah, so 1,000 simulations again, where we calculate out projected speed figures. We look to see how many times these horses ran at 81 or better. In the case of the one horse, 407 out of 1,000. There you go. That's how we came up with that math. Terry, it sure looks like there's one horse in here where the jockey and trainer combination are almost can't miss.
Number 6 is the best jockey, best trainer, and then the best trainer combination.
So our best combination of early speed and late speed belong to the 1, 2, 8, and 6. 7 out of 10 winners come out of that group. Terry, who is your winner for the opener at Delaware today?
I like number 6 in spite of the trainer. He comes in from Parks Racing to try Delaware Park, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and likes today's distance. Indulge the One's my second choice, is finishing the money in his last 4 starts, winning 1 of the starts, and he has the highest speed rating, last speed rating. And then 8, Bird King, my third choice, ran second versus similar in his last race. His best start speed is fast among today's starters, and he has the highest buyer number. And then number 2 is my long shot, Looking for Justice, ran second versus Tougher in his last race and drops in class today. No additional bets for me today.
I'm going to start off with the one horse, Indulge, who's a little bit overweight, ate too much apparently. That's what they're saying on the screen. Indulge, Terry, that one is track dropper. It is our simulation favorite. A yes horse with the top par plus score. Number 6, in spite of the trainer, you got Jamie Ness. You have Jaime Rodriguez. They are a dynamic duo at Delaware. The horse has a pretty good Delaware workout too. Number 8, Bird King, speed and fade a little bit in its last race, so it should have more stamina in the second start after a layoff. And then the pace setter should be that 2 horse, Looking for Justice, with a 1 length early speed edge and the top C-zone. We see a lot of those horses with the early speed edge and the top C-zone work their way to the winner's circle, wire to wire. We have $100 to spend in our Benny the Bets, so I'm going to go a $10 double, 1 with the 7. So kind of foreshadowing a little bit what I'm going to do there for our good friend, Don Johnson. They're still kind of getting ready to go to race number 1, Terry. So let's just go through the real quick on the conditions, and then we'll make our picks.
Okay, it's a 1 mile optional claiming race, $8,000 claiming price, $20,000 purse for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and upward, which have started for a claiming price of $5,000 or less in 2024, 2025. And so in this race, you want me to go ahead with my picks, right?
Well, yeah, we can go ahead with the picks right away. Race number 2.
I like number 6, my first choice. She has finished the money in 6 out of the last 9 starts, won 3 of those starts, has a high percentage winning trainer. Then number 7, Rita Book, is my second choice. Has won 2 races out of the last 3 starts, her last winning her last race, and she has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. And then I like the 2 as my third choice, drops in class today, and she has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. Pull No Punches, the 1 is my long shot, ran 3rd in her last race, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. I'm going to play the very first Miami Vice. Don Johnson, pick 4, 1, 2, 6, 7 with the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the 2, 3 with the 5 or 6, 7, $48 ticket.
Real fast for me. I'm going to start with the 7. Top last race speed figure, Rita Book. That was 6 points better than anybody else. We'll see that here in race number 2. Anything over 3, Andrew Beyer says you must pay attention to it. Also, top total pace of more than a length. Salgaduga, or whatever, won with ease at Delaware the last time this horse came off the bench. Vodkatini, that horse is our simulation favorite, tied with the 2 horse in here. Top pay, par plus horse in there as well. And a lone class dropper, another one that comes off the bench ready to go. And then finally, Pull No Punches, the 1 horse, the only time that horse run at Delaware, it won at Delaware. I'm going to do a 50-cent pick 4, 2, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 7, 1, 2, 2, 5, 6, 7. So if the 2 wins every race, Rich hits his pick 4, and so maybe not Terry. And then I'm going to do a $10 exact key box 7 with that top last race speed figure, top total pace over the 1, 2, and 6. Perfect timing as race number 1 is just about to run. They're in the gates, and the starters is waiting for them all to settle down enough. To the races they go. The 2-horse Terry has jumped out to the lead in race number 1. Is that the way we saw it? Yes, indeed. The 2-horse had a good chance to get to the lead. The 7-horse, boy, if you back that one, you could have a tough day because he's getting a kind of funky trip running all over the track. Looks like it's raining there, so now I see why they took it off the turf. The 2-horse at 20-1, looking for justice, Terry, on that front.
Wow.
Yeah, look out. That horse could go all the way. Might have been a good race to put in the like in one of those exact trifecta boxes. Some really funky looking screen time there, but the 2-horse at 20-1, looking for justice, continues to look for some competition. So far hasn't seen much. The 1-horse is making its way up the rail, now moved itself into a good stalking position, a pretty slow half-mile time of 49.21 seconds. So really not running away from the field here. The 2-horse continues to set the pace. The 1-horse trying to close that gap. As he's trying to get to the outside of the horse. He is rallying pretty hard. Has made his way into competition. Now has made his way to the lead. Yeah, the question is anybody going to catch that 1-horse, which has gone kind of wide around the turn there? Not the easiest path to take. The 8-horse, Mr. Terry, is closing up on the inside. Can he catch the 1? I think he's going to catch the 1. It's going to be tough to tell. I think it's going to be a battle to the end. The 1-horse is barely hanging on. The 8-horse is making up ground. It's going to be close at the wire, but I think I don't know. It's going to go 1, and then 8, and then 4, 5, I think. 1, 8, 4, 5. So here we have, in race number 1, the simulation favorite winning. The top total pace horse winning. The 8-horse right there in that mix. Also, so you got that 1-8 exacta, and that 8-horse, that 1-horse Terry went off at 5-1.
Yep.
That's a little bit of an overlay right there. So if that 7-horse wins the next race, my double will come in. I'll be happy about that.
Absolutely.
All right. What's next for us is race number 3. Terry, we'll be able to take our time a little bit with that. Race number 3, Terry, this one could be wide open.
It could be. It's going to go off at 6 furlongs. It's a maiden claiming race, $25,000 claiming price. Purse is $24,000 for maidens, fillies, 3-year-olds.
Yes, and the maiden claiming $25,000 at 6 furlongs, which you're looking for from a profile of a winner's early speed. 3 out of 10 horses that get to the lead stay on the lead all the way around the track. Not surprising for a maiden race. Most maiden horses are close to the front when they get that first W. As for post positions, Terry, they're mostly fair 1 through 7. A little bit of a discount, but no deal killers in there. 8 and out gets a little bit of a bonus. So in this third race, Terry, we have a chance to look at a bunch of first-time starters, a lot of other data. But if you're looking for horses with experience and speed, looks like there's 3 of them to consider.
That's right. The 2, 6, and 8 show that they all have similar speed. So just really anyone's guess on which one of those will get to that quarter pole first, unless one of those first-time starters does it.
Yes. Well, you bring up first-time starters, Terry. We have a 3-point system in here. The maximum you can get is 3 points. And anytime you see a field of horses with experienced horses where no yeses and everybody is a maybe or a no, of course, the first-time starters are going to get a no score. But you want to look at the horses, particularly with the first-time starter score of 2.5 or more. You see right here, we have the 4-horse that fits that bill, Terry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you also have the 7-horse?
Yes.
Another score you want to pay attention to is second race parability, because from studies, they show that a horse can add to 5 to 13 speed figure points on average. That's within the bell curve. Of course, they can do less than that or more than that. And anybody that has a second race parability, you'll see that score right there, and that's Winnie's Dash, Terry. So looking at that, that's what we see. Jockeys and trainers usually pretty well, good indicators for horses to get their maiden win. Who would you look at here?
Well, the 7 shows the best jockey and its first-time starter, and the other first-time starter, the 4, has the best trainer, but I think the best combination is trainer jockey is the 7.
Yes, indeed. So outside of that, Terry, so many first-time starters. The data doesn't really mean much, but you do see that the 2 and the 3 did show some improvement. There are a couple class droppers in here. This one's moving down almost a length, more than a length and a half for the 6 horse, and then almost a length there for the 8 horse. I really wouldn't pay much attention to the data here other than the first-time starter status, maybe who's going to have the lead and second race par ability. What did you pay attention to, Terry, and who did you pick here?
Well, I like in this race the 2, CC Foxy. She has a high percentage winning trainer jockey, has the highest last speed rating, and she has the best start speed among today's starters. Then I like the 3, Diana's Touch. Or Dina's Touch. She ran second in her last race, has been off for more than 7 months, but has been steadily working out for return to the races and has a high percentage winning trainer. Then I like 7, Bolo di Crema, the first-time starter who has a bullet workout, 5 furlongs on May 8th. Then I like number 4, Pardinos Gold. She is a first-time starter as well, whose dam has 1 winner from 1 starter. Her breeding suits today's distance, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets in here for me.
Dave, Terry's best bet's coming up in race number 5, so we're not that far away. Stay tuned. It's coming up shortly. Going to be a little bit of a competition there. Hopefully you played that one, Tayfam, in the first race there at 5-1. That's a $12 winner. And if you went about putting it in there with that 8 horse, you're going to have a really nice exacta, it looks like, as well. Although the 8 horse went off as one of the favorites. I don't know what the payouts are just yet. As I mentioned, as we look through the sheet, whenever you have first-time starters, a field versus no's and maybes, you got to put all the first-time starters in there. I went with the number 4 horse as my top pick, Pardino's Gold, 2.99 out of 3 possible points. And that's a first-timer. That's top rate versus a field of no's or maybes. And then I have the 7 of Boyo de Crema, second first-time starter score with Jamie Ness and Jaime Rodriguez. Again, the Delaware Dynamic Duo. And then number 6, Winnie's Dash. It's my third choice in there. Second race improvement. That's the one we saw here with the 78. Puts her over the top. And then finally, the 2 horse of all of the first-time starters. This one is a track dropper. This is the first time she's going to make 2 consecutive starts in a row. These races can be boom or bust types. My 50-cent wager here is wrong. There's not a 3 in there. That's supposed to be a 2 because I don't have a 3 in my picks. Maybe I should leave the 3 in there, Terry. But anytime you make those changes, you tend to regret them, right?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. All right. So race number 4. Let's see that opening. So we go back here in race number 1. The opening 1/8, which you can get here with our simulation odds. Not that big of a jump. That exacta paid $17.30 for a buck.
That's good.
Yeah, I would take that all day long. All right, Terry. So off to race number 4, you and I go. It's the end of the first half of the card. Only 8 races again today. We're stealing money again, Terry. This one was supposed to be on the turf, and at the very end, it got moved off the turf. I have no idea how far they're running. I'm guessing 1 mile and 70 yards.
Yeah.
That's at a mile. No, it says here at a mile. All right.
Be a mile, yeah.
All right.
And then it's optional claiming, $75,000 claiming price, $46,000 purse for fillies and 3-year-olds old, which have never won a race other than a maiden claiming starter or restricted, or which have never won 2 races, or a claiming price is $75,000.
So at a mile on the turf, on the dirt, we've seen the first race like that. The second race would be like that. And then this one will be like that, as well as the other race at 1 mile and 70 yards that was scheduled on the turf. So early speed, 32%, they go wire to wire. With the 1 horse kind of came from the middle of the pack, though it did get engaged early on. The rail is fair, 2 and 3 a bonus, 4 through 7 almost fair, 8 and out a discount. We do have a bunch of scratches in here, Terry, that I didn't get a chance to move out of the smart sheet. But from what we do have, who's going to have the lead?
Well, it appears to me that 6 will. So 6 should come out gate and got double the speed of most of everything else. So.
And who else is going to, looks like only 2 so far have proven Yeah, I mean, these numbers are a little bit different because it's not on turf, it's on dirt, so that doesn't really much matter in here, Terry. But if the 83 still mattered, who would be the ones that you would be looking at to go above par today?
Well, it appears to me that the 1 and the 2 have the best numbers, but also the 7 and 8 show that they possibly can exceed the par speed number for today's race.
A couple of them in here showing above 50 C zones. 3 that want to be on the front, 4 that want to be in the back. This should favor early speed in there, Terry. The 6 horse with a almost 1.5 length total pace edge over the rest of the field in here. Everybody moving up in class, Terry. And that 6 horse also enjoys a pretty strong jockey trainer combo.
It sure does. It has the best jockey trainer combination. So the 6 looks pretty decent.
The 2 horse with a 4-point last race speed figure advantage. Again, Andrew Byer says anytime they're 3. And as I go through these sheets at the end of the day and look at what's connecting, I see top last race speed figure over 3 horses winning at a regular pace. In fact, pretty soon that's become, I think, that trend has been pretty strong. That'll be a part of what Terry and I will be bringing out soon in terms of some additional content. We'll highlight all of what we're going to call super speed horses that have those 3-point speed figure advantages at every track across the day, along with some more best bets, Terry. No best bet here for you, but who is your pick to win this one?
I like number 3, My Rhonda. She has finished in the money in 4 races, career races, winning her last race, has a high percentage winning trainer. And then I like Rare Art. The 2 drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and a good workout on May 16th. Number 1, Minnesota Mummy. My 3rd choice drops in class. She has a trainer, winning trainer, high percentage winning trainer, and a bullet workout on May 15th. Then I like Moongate the 6. She won her last race at Tampa Bay Downs, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me here.
I'm going to start with the 2, Rare Art, as my first selection here. This one's a track dropper, top last race speed figure, as we pointed out, 4 points better than everybody else. Along with the 1, the only other yes horse in the field, which brings me to the other yes horse in the field. Minnesota Money. They weren't money last night as they got stomped by OKC and the flopper, Shea Gildress Alexander. But in any case, it's another track dropper, making the 3rd start after a layoff and a bullet workout between races. The 6 horse, Moongate. Top total pace horse of more than a length. 3rd up after a layoff. Very consistent performer. And then the 8 horse, Florida Flower. That one scratched into the spot at the very last minute. I'm going to do a $1.50, trifecta box. The 1 with the 2, the 6, and the 8. Tomorrow, Terry, hopefully there won't be any late scratches, but we will be at Churchill Downs, not there literally, but in spirit as we do our show at Churchill or for Churchill tomorrow, Terry. And the best way to make sure you catch that and Foreign Friday, whatever that may be, what should you do?
You should subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's easy to do. It doesn't cost anything. Hit the little bell so you're notified about all the programs coming up. Go down and copy that link and share it with everybody you know so they can come check us out. Go to our social sites such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, Blue Sky, and Horse Race on number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. Keep these comments and picks coming during the show. We enjoy to see them, and they help out quite a bit.
Yeah, they do. They really do. Any comments, any interactivity boosts the algorithmic scores. So if people search for horse racing content on Google or YouTube or Facebook or X, wherever, the more interactivity we have, the higher up the rankings will go. And the higher up the rankings we go, the more folks will find us. Help us get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. That would be great. So we're coming up to race number 5 in just a minute. Is that where we are now, Terry?
Yes.
All right. So we can tell you, Tafon, his best bet's coming up. Stay up. We're going to have a duel, though. I have to warn you. Forewarn you, Tafon, in race number 5. What are the conditions for this duel, Terry, between you and I?
Well, it's a 6 furlong. It's an allowance race, $50,000 purse. It's for 3-year-olds and upward.
Yes, for 6 furlongs. Again, early speed are the type of horses that usually win with 3 out of 10 going gate to wire. The post positions are mostly fair, though outside is better than inside, particularly 8 and out. Speed matters, Terry. So in the 5th race, where do you find the speed?
Well, you can look there and see that the 2 and the 7 both have pretty close speed ratings. They could go head to that quarter pole.
So based upon our comfort zone, which one of those horses looks like it's going to have a race that matches its best performances?
Well, the 2 and the 6 show really nice comfort zone numbers, and they should be very comfortable in there. But in addition to that, the 4 and possibly the 1 will also be this good.
Yeah, we see the 2 horse should be up on the lead. That's a left arrow action right there, Terry. We love that. Only one horse so far has shown that par is not within reach. Everybody else has shown they can hit that number. Who's got the best chance to do it again today?
Well, it appears to me that it's the 4 and then followed up by the 6 and the 7 all have a pretty good chance of either equaling or exceeding today's par plus speed number.
Yeah, we also noticed too in our follow-ups that horses that showed improvement in the prior start, that's what these arrows mean. This is pace improvement. These are fraction improvements. 9 out of 10 winners coming out of that group. We see just about everybody here moving up in class with the 5 and the 6 staying put. So a whole lot of green over here, Terry, with the jockey and trainer stuff. So it looks like some great jockey trainer combos.
Yeah, the 7 has the best jockey. And then the 6 and 7 both have pretty good trainers, but I think the best jockey trainer combination is the 7.
Yeah, it looks like that way. It's also the best combination of early speed and late speed, 7, 2, 6, and 4. However, over here we see Copper Tax did run the top last race speed figure, 3 points better than everybody else. All right, Terry, Tay-Fom has been waiting anxiously. What's your best bet and why?
It's number 7, Spike Zone. He finished in the money in 9 out of the last 10 starts and won 6 of those starts. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like the number 6 horse, Copper Tax. He's won 3 races out of the last 6 starts, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and loves today's distance. Number 2, Sunny Breeze, has finished in the money 4 out of the last 6 career starts and won 3 of those, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then the Shafts Bullet, the 1 is my long shot. Likes Parks racing, been in the money 73% of the time, winning 40% of the starts, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. I'm going to play the the last pick 4 in Miami Vice, Don Johnson, 6-7 with the 5-6 with the 1-2-4-8-11 with the 1-2-3-5-6 $50 ticket. Then I bet 40 to win on number 7, a $10 exacta box 6-7, and a $10 exacta 7 on top with the 1-2-4-6.
You look at Terry. He's already putting my best bet on there, and that's best bet. But I just had $18 left, and I thought for fun, I'm just going to go make sure Terry's pick wins today to go 2 in a row. I'm going to start with that 6 horse Copper Tax. The reason I'm going to start with him, Terry, is he's run at Delaware 5 times. He won 4 of them, finished a close second in the other. We call that a horse for the course, and just to prove it, he's got a bullet workout at Delaware getting ready for today. Number 7, Spike Zone. You got Jamie Ness, Jaime Rodriguez again in the money, 8 out of 8 at Delaware. That's a perfect record for sure. This one hit 100 speed figure in 4 of its last 10 starts. I think that's as many as all of the rest of the field combined. Number 5, Runaway Jack. This horse is my long shot, Terry. He's run at Delaware 4 times. You know how many he's won?
4?
4 for 4. You can't pass up for that. And then Sunny Breeze. The 2 horses run twice at Delaware Park.
And won both.
And he won them both.
Yeah.
He's off the bench today with the solid workout. So I do feel like the 6 and the 7 are the best horses, but you can't pass up other horses that are undefeated at Delaware in the pick 4. At least that was my thinking. So I went 2, 5, 6, 7 with the 5-6. We agree right there. 1, 2, 8, 11. And then the 1, 5, 6 for my $48. And I had $18 left. So I said, the hell with it. I'm putting it on the 6 horse. I'm going to go mano with Terrific Terry today and see what happens.
Okay.
Private Ross. You're going to get a bit of beer. I don't drink anymore. As you see, Smart winning off Indulge, trusting jockey. It's complex, but I did not play Indulge because not trusting jockey because the field was testy. But you and I agreed. Why would you disagree with me and yourself? We don't bet beers. I don't know. We'll have something in there tomorrow. Probably one of us will. Usually what happens is when we both have different horses, a different one wins. That's usually what happens. And neither one of us come home a winner. All right. Race number 6, 3 to go. Terry, what's the story here?
All right. So in race 6, we're going to go 6 furlongs, optional claiming race, $75,000 claiming price. Purse, $46,000 for fillies, 3-year-olds, which have never won a race other than a maiden, claiming starter or restricted, or which have never won 2 races, or a claiming price of $75,000.
So 6 furlongs. Again, we talked about that speed. Post positions, there are no deal makers, no deal breakers. 8 and out's the best. So in our smart sheets, if there's a Buffalo Girl on the outside with speed, look out. This one looks like it's loaded with horses that want to giddy up and go when the starter presses the button.
Yeah, well, that 5 has the best speed, followed up by the 6 and then the 1 and 4. So everybody has some speed in here. If the 5 gets a good break, it should get there. Otherwise, it's an anything can get there. So
yeah, we have interesting here. You got all the horses on the inside sporting nose that haven't had a speed figure of 85 or above yet, and then you got a maybe in the middle, and then all green on the bottom, Terry. So we also see it kind of lay out that way with the par plus scores.
it's true. Yeah, if you take a look there, it's looks like all but the 1 or 2 have a chance of getting to equaling or exceeding the speed part number, but the 5 and 6 have the best numbers, followed up by the 8.
Any good value betting wise in here that you might think about?
Well, the 4 shows a little bit of a value, 6 to 5 to 2 to 1. I'm sorry, 4 to 5 to 15 to 1. And then the 5 shows a little bit, 6 to 5 to 2 to 1.
Yeah, you mentioned the 5. This one's making its second career start. We talked about this earlier with the second race par ability. Look at that. If that horse goes to the top end of the 5 to 13 point range, could run a speed figure of 103, Terry. That would put it in. I mean, it could be more or less. Of course, there's no fixed numbers in there, but that's stakes level company right in there, Terry. Also has a good jockey, but not as good as the one to its right.
That's right. The 6 shows the best jockey, best trader, best combination.
Yes, 5 horse also in its debut. Top last race speed figure, 6 points better than everybody else. This is a race that should favor some speed because you can see the 6 and 7 want to be out front. Everybody else middle back. So the 5 might have to do some work to get up across those people. And only 2 horses in here, Terry, with C zones above 50%.
Yeah, that's right. The 7 and the 8, and they are pretty far above 50%. So they're going to be very comfortable in this race.
Yeah, they should get it pretty good. And they're both in the top 4 in terms of our simulation odds, but only the 8 making the top 4 for our total pace, Terry. Well, and this race can go a lot of different ways. I feel like if the 5 horse does show any improvement, he kicks everybody's ass in here. But what do you think?
Yeah, I like the 5 Drink This Cup. She won her debut race at today's distance and has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. Number 6, Central Casting, second choice, won her last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Her best third speed is fastest among today's starters. And she has a nice bullet workout at 3 furlongs on May 16th. Number 8, Good Call, is my third choice, finishing the money in 3 races out of 5 career races. And then she won one of the starts, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer. Number 4, Chrissy won her last race at Delaware Park and likes a distance. She's my long shot. No additional bets for me here.
Yeah, I think of that 5 horse, as I kind of alluded to. If that one has any second race improvement, this horse could wipe them out. And just to let you know that top last race speed figure, 6 points better than everybody else. Good room to get better in that second start. Has a bullet workout between races. That horse is just chomping at the bit to go. Central Casting wins big when she gets the lead, Terry. I don't know that will necessarily be the case today. The 5 should keep it company. You have some other horses in here with similar pace. If she doesn't get the lead, she struggles. When she gets the lead, she wins. So expect that horse to go to the front right away. Number 8, next on my list. That one is Good Call. Maybe it will be a good call in here, Terry. Consistent horse that's coming in from a higher rated track, in my opinion. So a track dropper, a small class drop as well. Strong C-zone score in there, as we saw in our pace, our smart sheets. And then finally, Beyond Belief is the other horse that is a track dropper, scored the top Z-zone, and the cutback in distance should be helpful for that one. No additional bets for me because I'm out of money as well, just like you. I think maybe I might have another bet in there. I don't remember. Race number 7, Terry. This one has got the most horses in it. It was supposed to be on the grass as well. It's not. It looks like it's going to be at a mile again. I'm not sure.
Probably at a mile, but who knows? Anyway, it's a maiden race. It's a $45,000 purse, and it's for maidens, fillies, and mares, 3-year-olds and upward.
So if it's at a mile, we don't know because it doesn't really say in there, does it? It doesn't say, no. So maybe they're going to run a mile and 70 yards. Who knows? But it's another horse with some first-time starters. Horses trying to make their first win. 1 mile, again, does favor early speed if that's what they do. Looking at the post positions, the rail is fair. 2 and 3 get a bonus. 4 through 7 almost fair. 8 and now a discount. Terry, in this race, again, we got some first-time starters, some youngins. What do you see in the data that catches your eye?
Well, it shows to me that the 6 and the 11 have the most speed, followed up by that 5, and of course the 14 was scratched. So that's those 3 could get out to that quarter pole first.
Indeed. So 14, the top total pace horse coming out of that mix as well. As far as horses that have shown they can hit par again, if moving off the track to dirt kind of messes that up a little bit. We do have a first-time starter, but we have a bunch of yeses in here. So that means you want that horse to probably have a 2.5 or better, but to move the dirt could be helpful. We also have a second race par ability horse with that 8 horse, although that guy's been off for a while. Our race shape shows us the 11 is a lone E. Everybody else wants to close. The 4 horse so far, not within 5 points of the leader at the finish line. 1, as I mentioned, first-time starter. Terry, in a race like this, nobody's above 50%, so maybe on the C-zone it's a jockey trainer race. Where would you look for that?
Well, the 8 has the best jockey, I think, and the 1 has the best trainer, so I think it's a good combination of the 1 has the best combination of jockey trainer.
Yeah, it does. This race can go a lot of different ways. Just about everybody moving down in class. A lot of horses on the improve. 11, 6, 2, and 8 are your top total pace horses now with the 14 scratching. Terry, how did you decide who's going to win this one?
Well, I like the 11, Sophie's Cruiser. She has finished in the money in 4 races out of her 5 career starts, running second versus similar in her last race, and she has a high percentage winning trainer jockey. And then 8, Justifying Vegas is my second choice, has a high percentage winning trainer, and this trainer wins 20% of the races when shipping a horse in to run, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. Love Song, the 2, is my third choice. She has a high percentage winning trainer, drops in class today, and a bullet workout on May 14th. And then number 1, Majestic Dream, is my long shot, is a first-time starter whose breeding suggests she'll like the grass, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the 11 horse Lone E versus a field of closers. Should be up front. And one of the things that I've looked at in here, and it's sort of the middle of the year, so it's not as important, but still important. You have 3-year-olds, so you want to pay attention to how old some of these horses are. Another 3-year-old. As we move down into here, we do find that the 11, the 8 horse, is a 4-year-old. So it does have a maturity advantage, as is the 11. So you got a couple of 4-year-olds facing off against 3-year-olds. They should have that maturity advantage. That's why I went with the 11 and the 8. The 8 horse, Justifying Vegas. This one's been off a while. Plenty of room to improve in its second career start, however, as a 4-year-old. The 2-year-old, the 2 horse, Love Song, track dropper, better early pace, and ran a strong race in 4 of 4. Bullet workout. So every race has been a solid race so far. And then the 1 horse Majestic Dream is that first-time starter. I'm going to give it a chance because Brittany Russell's pretty solid with her horses at the Atlantic Coast type tracks. One final race for you and I today, Terry. Again, just a reminder, tomorrow we will do Belmont at the Churchill Downs.
Yeah.
And then on Friday, we'll be Foreign Friday with Tom. No idea where we're going to be for that. Next Monday and Tuesday, we'll return to Parks. Wednesday, probably Delaware. Next Thursday, up in the air, depending upon what's scheduled. Terry, to make sure you're watching, because if you're watching, you're winning, like the 1 horse in the first race. How do you get involved?
Well, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching today and haven't done that, please do that because it's easy to do. It doesn't cost anything, helps us out a lot. Go ahead and hit the bell so that you're told about when the next program's coming up, like Friday's Foreign Friday. And then also copy the link below and share it with all your friends, neighbors, and relatives so they can come and check us out. Go to one of our social sites or all of our social sites that are down there at the bottom, and give us a like or a thumbs up at Horse Race, the number 2 day, and also keep these comments and picks coming. Really enjoy to see them.
Hey, this is Rich. Every dollar you tip helps us create more racing insights, more best bets, more content. Please find the tip jar link in the description wherever you're watching.
And we didn't get bounced out today, Terry. How about that?
That's
all right.
Cool.
Race number 8 is next on our agenda, Terry. Let's talk about the conditions for the finale in our opening day at Delaware for you and I.
Yeah, it's 6 furlongs, claiming race $6,250, claiming price, and a purse of $14,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards, which have never won 2 races.
Yes, to go 6 furlongs and get the W, speed is the way. 30% of the time, gate to wire is the way. Mostly fair post positions, a little bit of an advantage on the outside. So in the final look today at our smart sheets, again, there's a link in the description below on YouTube, along with a description of how all of the data points are put together, what they mean, and perhaps how to use them. That can be found in the link as well on YouTube. In just a few minutes, we'll timestamp every race so you could come back and find out why Terry liked his best bet and why I am going to battle him in which the 5th race, right, Terry? Is that right?
Well, yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah,
the 5th race. All right. Just want to make sure that's where you had the best bet. I wasn't sure if it's the 5th or the 6th.
Yeah,
and then,
it's the 5th race.
And then, of course, free picks today, guaranteed tip sheet. We'll post, if we can, over at Horse Racing Today. Get yourself some Horse Racing Today gear. Hopefully, we can do it with the winner in race number 5 or race number 8. Terry, in the data for the finale, where is the speed to be found?
It's everywhere, as you can see. A bunch of horses have real similar speeds. I think it's anyone's guess who gets there first.
And then as far as hitting par, who's got the best chance to do it and who's done it in the past?
Well, in the past, all but the 8 have equaled or exceeded the par speed number, except for the 2 and the 4 are maybes. The 4 is really close to have done that. Today, as far as today goes, the 1 and the 5 look like the best chance of feeling very comfortable of running in this race and getting that par speed number.
Yeah, along with that, the 1 looks like it has a good jockey trainer combination.
It sure does. It has the best jockey, trainer, and the best combination.
It's also the biggest class dropper in there, Tycoon Mogul. Race here, most of the horses want to be middle forward, so it could favor these horses in the back there, which we see the 1 in there again. But if you're looking for the 2 horses that are above 50%, Terry, the 1 doesn't show up in there. It's a couple of others.
Yeah, the 4 and the 6 have the best numbers as far as the C-zone number and probably be the most comfortable in this race.
Yes, the 5 has the best last race speed figure, 7 points better than the rest. It's our simulation favorite, also tops the total pace. And again, I mentioned this race could favor closers. He's on the top of the closers list too. Terry, who's on the top of your list for the finale today?
Okay, I like the 5, swaying in my DNA. He drops in class. He has the highest last speed rating, has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 21% of the races when dropping a horse down 2+ classes. And then number 1, Tycoon Mogul. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. His best start speed is faster than the average winning speed. Number 2, Raleigh, is my 3rd choice, drops in class today. His early speed running style helps his chances. He likes the distance. And then I like number 3 as my long shot, drops in class today. Best start speed is close to the average winning speed as well. And he has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets for me as I'm out of money.
I'm going to start with the rail host, Tycoon Mogul. We saw all of that data in there. The 1 looked like it had a good shot. Nesson Rodriguez, again, better early pace last time out and has a strong workout between races. Number 5, sways in my DNA. Top last race speed figure, 7 points better than the next closest competitor in there. It's been off since December, though. Decent workout, so maybe he comes back to the track a bit rusty. Bad Boy Blaze should be forward. Drops a length in class today and gets a weight break. And then I'm going to finish up with the 3 horse, Sincerito. Just like Terry, track dropper, 10-pound weight break. It's the proper distance, 5 times out and 3/3. So you know he likes to handle that. Here are our full picks for today. The one horse to comb the trophy in race number 1. Here's the way we see the rest of the day in here. As far as bets are concerned, in race number 2, the first Don Johnson pick 4 gets started. There's Terry's, there's mine. I have a $10 exact key box 7 with the 1, the 2, and the 6. Hopefully the 7 does win because I had the $10 double to get started. In race number 3, I have a 50-cent trifecta box, 2, 4, 6, 7. Race number 4, another trifecta box, 1, 2, 6, and 8. Race number 5 is Terry's best bet, the last of the pick 4s for the day. Terry has the 7, Spike Zone. I got the 6, Copper Tax, as we're putting up the deuce. Put them up. Put them up. No more bets after that for Terry and I because we both ran out of money in that spot. As we wait for race number 2 to get started, just a reminder, free picks, Delaware Park, link in the description below. On YouTube, also a link to our smart sheets as well as an explanation of how to use them. Just a few minutes, we'll post our comments maybe over at horseracingtoday.net. There are some technical issues that we're having there, as you can see up on the screen. But nonetheless, if you can get there, hit that HRT gear button right there. Come on over to our shop. Get yourself some Horse Racing Today gear to support the show. Again, we've added a tip jar to the link in YouTube. Please use that if you find our picks to be of value to you. We greatly appreciate it. All right, Terry, as we wait for race number 2 to get cooking, do you have any final thoughts for this day?
Well, my heart goes out, and I'm praying for the people that getting all those darn tornadoes and bad weather throughout the Midwest and that, and just hope that things get better for them. Other than that, stay safe and treat people the way you want to be treated. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, a bunch of funky weather for sure around the country. But as it stands right now, the 7 horse has taken over the favorite status. Let's see if we have any other value in race number 2. The 2 horse, well, that's 9-5, Terry. It's 3-1, so there's some value in Vacatini.
Yeah.
The 6 horse also 9-5 right now, 5-2. So Salagadula, if that's something you want to say, also some value in there. Those are the 2 yes horses in the race, so maybe they merit some consideration in there. 2 yes horses against a field of maybes and no's. 7 horses the favorite. It's a lone EP. Should be forward against these guys. The one thing about taking those horses that should be forward is if they don't get the lead early on, you know you're in trouble. The 7 horse has broken very sharply in there, Terry. He's got his way to the front pretty easily on that turn right there, so didn't really have to work very hard. Kind of too wide around the turn a little bit, though, so the 2 horse Vacatini keeping him to his fair, but we said the 7-2 and the 1 would be on the lead, and it's the 7-2 and then the 3, so he mixed in there. The 1 horse, like the 1 horse in the opener, taking a stalking trip. Really not asking for much out of that 7 horse just yet. That opening quarter in about 24 and a half seconds. So not all that fast. Vacatini, no, that 7 horse did go to 7-2 in the end there. So some strange ongoings, Terry, with the odds at Delaware. Those tracks that allow you to get strange, late bets in there. 48, almost 49 seconds. They really didn't go that fast in the opening half mile. Really are no excuses for that 7 horse not to take this field wire to wire. The jockey has not asked him to run yet. Still a very tight hold. The 4 horse, they're out on that. They're out on the 6 horse. Quite frankly, if I'm looking at this race as a bettor, I haven't seen the 7 horse go yet. You got to think he has some horse left. If he fades off in the sunset here, that would be a disappointment. But it looks like he just might do that as the 4 horse is rallied up on the outside. The 7 horse jockey just asking him to go. He's not going to go. He's going to tire out. So he's going to completely screw up everything, Terry, unless he can hang on for second, but he's not going to do that. It's going to be the 4 horse, 9-2 Viking Queen, then the 2 horse, then the 6, and then the 7. No excuses for that horse at all, Terry. Should have got it his way. Neither one of us has the 4 in race number 2, so that kills our pick 4s in just about everything.
Yeah, it was my first alternate, so.
Unfortunately, the 7 horse can't hold on with easy times, so that's not good. Any final thoughts from you, Terry, before we get up and get out of here today?
No, just to stay safe and be good. And well, not too good, just good enough. Have a great rest of the day. See you tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. We certainly hope everybody has a fantastic day tomorrow and then, or today, excuse me. And no matter what you're doing until we get back together again, we certainly hope you have God's grace, God's favor, and every single thing ends up in the
Winner's Circle.
Indeed. See you tomorrow for Churchill Downs.